Hello, my name is Juan Palomares, and I'm a quadriplegic, C4 complete. What I want to talk about today is what happened to me, when it happened to me, how it happened to me. Those are the things that I want to talk about, and I also want to talk about my recovery and the times that I spent in my nursing facility. And I also want to talk about the service hours that were given to my father when he took me out of the nursing home. And I also want to talk about this story about a caregiver that that cares for me and used to care for another quad that it's no longer with us. So first of all, I want to say that when I had my car accident about 13 years ago, I was 28. I was on my way to a funeral. One of my family members had passed away, and on the way back, a cousin of mine was driving my truck, and we went off an embankment, went off a cliff, 400 feet down, and the results of that were not good. I ended up in the hospital. I was in a coma for 2 months. I was not breathing on my own for 2 months. So my parents were ready to sign my death certificate. They were not very good at giving me good chances of living, but I was able to beat the odds and come out miraculously and made a good recovery where I was able to breathe on my own and be able to think on my own. And but because of that car injury, I was left paralyzed and not able to move from my hands or my legs. So I do want to say that that was a really harsh recovery. I was in a nursing home for about a year. When I was in a nursing home, there was one nurse for 14 people, which didn't leave a lot of room for a person like myself, being that I'm quadriplegic, C4 complete, which needs 24-hour direct care service, which means that you're a person who's reborn and or like an infant and needs all the care they need for, whether it is bathing, repositioning, brushing teeth, feeding, just like you would an infant. So you could just imagine all the emotions and depressions and all the stuff that you go through and the things that I went through and I'm still going through. So my dad seen all that, that I got bed sores because I wasn't being repositioned on time, and being that I got bed sores, that is a really serious thing to take in consideration because you can die from it. So my dad seen that I was not being cared for well, so he took me out of the nursing home. I was able to get out of the nursing home and have him care for me 24 hours, 7 days a week, without any rest. Now the state only gave him 100 hours for him to care for me, monthly. 100 hours is not enough for a person like my level of injury, and or for a person that is a quadriplegic. So I want to say that he didn't have any relief while caring for me. It was a constant care, 24 hours around the clock, and it was a difficult moment for myself as it was for him. So there is a red cap on people who have my type of disability, that the state only allows you to have a certain amount of money for them to take care of you, and that's not enough for you to be cared for, because they really limit the hours that you get monthly, and for the type of care that you need, it's just not a significant amount of hours. I want to share with you a story about a person that cares for me, and she happened to care for a quadriplegic too, and the person who she cared for didn't have the entire hours he needed for his care. So during the night that no one was there for him to be cared for, he happened to pass away. He passed away, and he didn't have to he didn't have to die. He could have had all the care he needed. He was only 49 years old, but because he didn't have the amount of hours that he needed for his care, and because of the red cap, he passed away. So this is not something that that I think is right. If you're disabled and you're not given the 24-hour care, the results are death for a person who's disabled. I don't think it's fair. I think the red cap right now has to be revised or removed. About a year ago, I put in for a claim where, I submitted my paperwork where it could be looked at, and they, of course, denied me. They told me that I didn't need the care, that I was just another disabled person asking for more help. So that angered me, and I didn't think it was fair. And I had the lawyer reopen my case along with 4 other people, along with me, to so that it could be revised and be looked at. And right now we're currently in a situation where it's being reviewed with another judge. So that's one of the things that I wanted to share with you. Thank you.